Hey there, I'm Lindsay Lyman. After 12 years at Amazon, I learned a really powerful truth. Success doesn't wait for the perfect moment. Are you telling yourself things will get better when? When the project ends? When you have a different boss? When the economy improves? The when trap keeps talented professionals stuck for years. On this podcast, we're done waiting. I'll show you how to stop postponing your success and get the salary and title you deserve now, without working crazy hours or sacrificing your sanity. If you're ready to transform your career without starting over, you're in the right place. Hey y'all, I'm excited you're listening because today we're diving into something that has literally changed the trajectory of my career and has done the same for dozens of my clients. Here's one of the hard truths that people probably won't tell you when you're trying to climb the corporate ladder. Being good at your job isn't enough, and it never really has. And most of us make that mean we have to excel and be phenomenal and outwork and out-hustle the people around us because we're stack ranked against them. Or if we want to get promoted and not them, we have to outwork them. But I want to share something with you because this is not true. A handful of years ago, I was working at Amazon, putting in 60-hour weeks, delivering every project on time, on budget, and I was like the go-to reliable performer. But when it was time to get promoted, my promotion didn't go through, and someone else who wasn't even delivering at the level I was and hadn't been there as long got promoted. After giving myself permission to be mad and sad and angry and all the things, I finally was in a place where I went and was ready to talk to my manager about why. And his response hit me like a ton of bricks. He basically said, Linz, everyone knows you're good at your job, but no one knows what you're known for. This question changed everything for me. I realized that while I was head down doing good work, others were strategically positioning themselves as experts in specific areas. They weren't necessarily better at the job than me, but they were just clearly positioned in people's minds, okay? Today, I want to show you exactly how defining your personal brand at work changes how decisions are made about you, whether that's for promotion, project assignments, or even just making it through layoffs. And I promise this isn't about creating some fake persona or bragging about yourself. We're not going to lie and be manipulative here, but it's about making sure your true value is visible and present and front and center in the right people's mind. So stay with me because at the end of this episode, you'll understand why most corporate employees struggle to advance. I'm going to give you the framework that has helped dozens of my clients transform their career, even in these uncertain times. But let's start with a little bit of a reality check. If I asked you right now, what are you known for at work? Could you answer it in one clear, concise, confident sentence? Most professionals can't. I asked this question in a workshop, and about 85% of the people gave me some vague answer like, I'm a team player, I get things done, I communicate well. And these aren't wrong, they're just generic, and generic doesn't get remembered when it's time for promotions and new opportunities. I call this the taco truck problem. When you want tacos, no one thinks, let's go to the Cheesecake Factory. The Cheesecake Factory has 365 items on their menu, and some of them are tacos. But when you're everything to everyone, you're nothing to no one. You don't stand out. You're not known for something. When someone wants tacos, we don't say, ooh, let's go to the Cheesecake Factory. We say, let's go to the taco truck. They know tacos in and out. They serve 4 different kinds of tacos. They make their salsa fresh. They know what they're doing. Now, not everyone wants tacos, and that's okay. But there's a real career penalty for being generically good at your job. You become what I call professionally invisible. You're there, you're contributing. You might even be the go-to person, but when leaders are discussing who should lead this new high profile project or who deserves the next level role, if you're just the generic go-to person and you're not known for something, you're not immediately going to come to their mind. And it's not going to be an easy yes. There's 3 main misconceptions I see that are holding corporate employees back from developing a really strong personal brand, and I want to address them. The first is thinking, I'm not senior enough to have a personal brand. This is like saying you're not successful enough to start saving money. Your personal brand is developing whether you're intentional about it or not, just like your financial situation. The second misconception is others are better at my job than me. This comparative thinking, not helpful. Your personal brand isn't about being the absolute best at everything. It's about being known for your unique combination of strengths. Think about it like this. Starbucks isn't the only coffee shop, and it's debatable whether they have the best coffee, but they've carved out a clear position in people's minds. The third and honestly kind of most common misconception I see is I don't have anything special to offer. This usually comes from people who are actually really talented, but have been doing it for so long, their strengths have become invisible to them. I had a client, Scott. This was totally the case. I'm going to tell you about him in a minute, though. Here's what happens when you don't define your personal brand. Others are going to define it for you, and it's usually not complete. It's not what you want. It's like letting someone else write your resume without any of your input on it. You would never do that. Yet every day you go to work without a clear sense of your brand, you're letting others write your professional story. In today's hybrid work environment, this problem is even worse. When you're not physically present, your work and your value can be less visible. You become a name on a screen and a voice in a meeting. Your personal brand becomes the bridge that keeps you connected and valued even when you're not in the room. Think about people in your organization who have been selected to lead that next interesting project, who have advanced and been promoted despite layoffs and constant changes and reorgs. I guarantee you can clearly articulate what each of those people is known for, and that's not an accident. So what is workplace personal branding really about? It's not creating flashy LinkedIn profiles or becoming an influencer. It's not about lying. It's not about overstretching and claiming you're really great at something you're not. It's about becoming known for the right things, the things that matter to you, that make you you, that you deliver value to your organization. Let me tell you about one of my clients, Sarah. She was a project manager at a financial service company when she was caught in a round of layoffs. She had 8 years of solid experience, and she struggled in her job search because she couldn't clearly articulate her unique value. We worked together, and she realized something powerful. She wasn't just good at managing projects. She excelled at bringing groups together and leading teams that struggled to trust each other. She had a natural talent for creating psychological safety and facilitating honest, hard communication. Armed with this clarity, she landed a role at a tech firm that had been through some massive changes and had burned through several leaders. Team members were protecting their own interests, rightfully so. Deadlines were being missed and morale was at an all-time low. Within her first 3 months, Sarah transformed the dynamics of that team. She created space for honest conversations. She rebuilt trust. She established clear processes that everyone bought into. Executives even tried to add features and move up launch dates, but she was able to confidently push back with data and alternatives that protected her team while still meeting business needs. She launched that project on time and on budget, She was quickly promoted to lead more high-profile initiatives. Her personal brand is someone who could unite fractured teams and deliver results in chaotic environments, made her indispensable. I was telling you earlier about another client, Scott. He had been rated top performer at his company for years. He was so good at what he did that it just came natural to him. He didn't even see his abilities as anything special. And he was unexpectedly laid off after a merger, and he fell into this huge spiral of self-doubt. He just kept saying, like, I've been at this company so long, I don't even know how to explain what I'm good at anymore. Everything I do, it's just normal. This is just what I do. This is what I call strengths blindness. And it's very common, especially among you high performers. Scott and I worked together. He rediscovered that he had an extraordinary ability to translate complex technical concepts into business values and build agreement and alignment across engineering and business teams. With this clarity, he approached his job search differently and carried a different confidence with him. He found a new position that leveraged exactly these strengths and at a company who values alignment with his own, one that prioritizes both people and profits. 6 months later, he told me it was the best career move he had ever made, even though it came through a very painful process. What these examples show is your personal brand becomes especially crucial during times of change and uncertainty. I like to think of it as like your career insurance policy. So how do you discover and define your personal brand, especially if you're thinking, but I'm not really special. I don't know how to explain it. Most traditional advice about personal branding fails because it's a lot of like corporate high-level fluff, or it's too marketing focused, or it's too introspective. Remember, if you don't stand out, if you're trying to be the Cheesecake Factory, no one's going to think of you when they want tacos. Most of us are terrible judges at our own strengths. We either undervalue what comes naturally to us, or we focus on what we think should be valuable rather than what actually is. So I've created this 3-part framework that works even for people who struggle to see what is it that I am actually good at. First, what you want to do is you want to go and you want to gather that external evidence. Instead of just asking people what you're good at, we want to collect specific feedback and stories from colleagues, from managers, even past performance reviews. What we're looking for here is patterns in how others experience your value. Okay? Second, you want to go and you want to identify what are the patterns in your career experience that excite you, that fulfill you. What are the common things you do that energize you rather than drain you? And this isn't just about what you enjoy. It's about identifying the conditions where you naturally excel. Okay? And third, you want to go and position your value in the context of your organization's current challenges and goals. Your personal brand has to deliver real value to be effective. This approach works because it doesn't rely solely on self-reflection, which can be distorted because of self-doubt and blind spots. Instead, we're going to triangulate your value through external feedback, internal fulfillment, and organizational context. Think of it like this. Your personal brand is like trying to find the perfect spot to build a house. You need to know the terrain. You need to know what is the foundation like. These are your natural strengths. You want to know what fulfills you, what makes you happy. This is how you're going to build the house. How do you want it to lay out and look? And then what's the market value? What does your organization need? How are you going to populate and decorate that house? When all 3 of these align, that is where your most powerful personal brand exists. So I want to let you in on something. This is exactly what we're creating together in my Define Your Personal Brand Challenge starting June 1st. Over 4 weeks, we're going to collect and analyze feedback and discoverable patterns that you might be missing. We're going to identify the work that genuinely energizes you so your brand is sustainable. We're going to map out your strengths to your organization's current needs and challenges, and you're going to leave with a clear, compelling statement that is a unique value to you. It's not going to be pushy. It's not going to be salesy. It's going to feel real and authentic and help you feel more confidence in communicating your brand in everyday situations. Okay, I want to be clear. This challenge isn't about figuring out what job you want next or plotting out your career path. Those are totally different challenges that we will get to. This is specifically about defining what you're known for right now so you can start leveraging it immediately. Like Scott and Sarah and so many of my other clients, you're going to leave with clarity and confidence about your personal value, whether you're looking to advance in your current organization or position yourself for a new opportunity. Now, here's the thing. This challenge, the only way you can get access to it is you have to be a member of my coaching program. But good news, this challenge starts June 1st. And you can sign up for a free 7-day trial. So if you want to come in June 1st, get all the information for the challenge and hop out, awesome. I love you. No hard feelings. But I know the additional support you're going to get through the coaching program is well worth the investment for you to stay past the 7 days. So if you want to get access to the challenge, you need to go to lindsaylymancoaching.com/join and join my coaching membership. You get private one-on-one on-demand coaching. You get access to over $7,000 worth of other courses in there. And you're going to get access to this challenge to learn how do you build your personal brand. I pay my coach a couple $1,000s a month because it is so helpful and powerful and the best money I spend. My membership for my coaching membership program, it's less than the cost of a meal out. It's under $50. But go try it out for free for 7 days. Come and get this challenge if nothing else. And if you find some value, I'm here to help. Here's what I want you to know for sure. After coaching hundreds of corporate professionals in today's workplace, your performance can help create some job security. But your personal brand creates job opportunities. Being known for something specific and valuable doesn't just help you advance, it makes your work life more satisfying because you get to do more of the work that pays to your strengths. Remember my story from the beginning? After that painful conversation with my manager, I spent 3 months getting clear on my personal brand. Within a year, I not only received that promotion, but I was being sought out for other high-profile projects across my company. This same clarity is available to you. Your unique value exists. We just need to help you define it and communicate it in a clear, concise way. All right, y'all. You're amazing. I can't wait to see you in on the Defining Your Personal Brand Challenge. It's going to be incredible. You got this. We'll talk soon.